Hi there, everyone. Welcome to this month's update video. This is the update video for May 2024. This is my second time recording this. Uh, if you're new here, I make visual novels and I update you guys on my progress on the first Monday of each month. So, I'm just going to, I'm kind of sick and out of it and tired at the moment. I'm just going to try to focus and go down the checklist here of points to talk about. So, first of all, the price point for the silent column has changed again, and it's not going to change it. It's not going to change anymore. It's changed to 299 USD. I just feel that that is a lower barrier of entry, and that people will be able to play and enjoy and purchase it, and feel that they've been getting their money's worth without, like, at a higher price. I've been noticing that people have been buying it and then returning it because they didn't feel satisfied. And I don't want people to be dissatisfied with it. I feel like 299 USD is a nice price that basically it's anyone can get it and feel like yes, they've gotten their money's worth and be able to enjoy it for what it is. And that's the goal. Um Now I'm going to be talking about A Lily from the Lightless Water, which is the project that I've been working on. So, first of all, I need to mention that the project is no longer going to be all CGs. Not only would an all CG project be very time consuming, but it also would be very, very rigid. So, because all of the art assets would be very specific to very specific scenes and scenarios, or at least it would be significantly more rigid than a visual novel that uses sprites and backgrounds. Because you can kind of have a scenario where the characters are being displayed with sprites against a background and kind of do whatever you want with it. It's more malleable, whereas CGs tend to be more strictly structured. But anyway, um, again, please forgive me if I'm rambling a little bit. My head's a bit foggy. Uh, I didn't end up getting quite as much work done this month as I wanted. There was like stuff happening in our lives, and I got sick, and yeah. So, yes, the project will not be all CGs. However, I am still wanting the project to have 10 CGs. So that's what it's going to be, like right around 10, give or take. I also want to mention that the word count for A Lily from the Lightless Water will be around, that is to say, at or slightly exceeding 30,000 words. And it's just going to be a short romance story, uh, which I personally like quite a lot, and I'm glad that I'm able to make it and share it with you guys. It will be around 1 or 2 USD, so nice, easy, hopefully palatable game that someone might pick up if they're wanting just a little romance visual novel. Very nice. I have worked on it. I have 3 CGs done and a background done. Um, and of course, I'm going to be working on it much more. However, I'm not going to be showing you what I have done yet because I'd love to show you guys the CGs, but for story reasons, the main love interest is actually nude at the beginning of the story, which is all I have illustrated so far. And the reason that she's nude is because she is, as the title of the visual novel suggests, she's spent her entire life living in darkness away from everybody and basically living like a wild animal. So it just doesn't make sense for her to have clothing. Eventually, she does um, get taken in by the main character and given clothing, And also, I feel that it's appropriate for her to be nude because I understand that when it comes to other visual novel creators, sometimes they go out of their way to have some tasteful censorship. Like, for example, if they were a bird woman, maybe they would have feathers covering their breasts and so on. Um, Rather than my approach, where in this situation I'm just not drawing the nipples or genitalia, which also is what I did in the silent column as well. But the reason that it makes sense in this situation for me is because the love interest, it sort of reflects how she is living and feeling like an animal. It makes sense in my mind to have those sorts of tasteful censorings if they feel like they're more human and less like a beast, if you know what I mean. So, yes, because of her being nude, even though I'm not drawing the nipples or genitalia, I'm not showing you guys any of the artwork on YouTube because it's borderline and people might be okay with it now because technically speaking, the spirit of it isn't pornographic. But as soon as one person becomes uncomfortable with it, then the channel could get in trouble. Like the channel could get deleted, the video could get deleted. So I'm just not showing you guys the artwork as of yet. Later, there will be more artwork of her with clothing, and I'll show you guys at that point. That said, as far as I understand, I am able to share this sort of stuff on Twitter. I've flagged my Twitter account to let everybody know that the Twitter account sometimes posts sensitive content. So, as far as I understand, that's totally fine for me to post stuff like that on Twitter. So, if you would like to see those CGs, feel free to check out my Twitter. Link in the description. So, I mentioned the word count, and I mentioned the price, and I mentioned the price of the silent column. So, lastly, I just want to say I plan on the production of A Lily from the Lightless Water being finished in July. At this point, I have it scheduled to be finished in mid July, so I think it's a fair thing for me to say that almost definitely it's going to be finished in July, unless I go somehow over 2 weeks out of schedule. But yeah, so please look forward to it. I like this story and I've been wanting to tell it for a while, and that's good. Anyway, I'm pretty tired and sick and out of it, so I'm gonna go to bed. Ah, I forgot to mention, but I should, that speaking of A Lily from the Lightless Water, while it does have some of this artistic nudity without any depicted nipples or genitalia, it does not have sexual content in it really. With the silent column, it also didn't have explicit sex scenes in it. However, A Lily from the Lightless Water is not skirting around sex scenes. The silent column, it was very clear that the characters were in sexual relationships, and in A Lily from the Lightless Water, that is not the case. So while it does have what some might consider explicit nudity, um, it's just a sweet love story without much like one of the characters is nude, but they're not in sexual situations. So yeah, well, they are in perhaps what people might call sexual situations. Um, like the main character, while wearing his own clothes, may teach the girl how to shower, but it's not like they're doing anything really. You know what I mean? Anyway, yes. Now I will go. Please take care, everyone. I should sleep. Good night.